Man is going to be in the finale. True, but they could kind of montage through some of that stuff. And that's not and like him being a football guy is something that is not like super well known about him. So I imagine they're going to want to kind of speed through that to get to the wrestling. Um, I was actually thinking about that the other day, and legit the only actor I could think of who could play him, and it's kind of sad that he's too old to do it against the guy they've got playing that version, that age of Dwayne Johnson. But imagine Woody Harrelson as Stone Cold Steve Austin. Maybe in a Stone Cold biopic someday. Um, but yeah, I enjoyed the first episode of this. I don't know if I'm going to keep up with it week to week. I'll probably just watch the first 3 episodes and then fall off like I did with Straight Up Steve Austin back when we were talking about that on this show. Um, but I thought it was pretty solid, and apparently a lot of other people did too because this did 5 million viewers.
That's good.
Insane amount for modern TV, and a number that actual WWE would be salivating over right now.
Yep.
Uh, but yeah, that's all there is to say about that. I think. Then we had actual this week's episode of Impact. Some more advancement with the Matt Cardona Brian Myers storyline. They also did a thing relating to that on their YouTube channel where they did an unboxing of the Boss Fight Lucha Brothers figures in character. I haven't watched it yet, but that looks interesting, so I'm gonna have to check it out. Um, I don't know if Tony Khan did a new character exactly for this week's heel promo, but he did a pretty good little thing where he was like basically saying he got nothing for Valentine's Day when he gives and gives to the wrestling industry, and he's a little upset. But you know, it's all going to eventually come back to bite Impact for making all those poor decisions, including sending the Good Brothers and Don Callis to mess with his company. And uh, there's a special present for Kenny Omega waiting on Dynamite this week, um, teasing a certain thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Thing
we
thing.
also got the first a first appearance of Finjuice. They had a little match against some guys I didn't recognize. And then the Good Brothers come out afterwards and they're like, hey, it's our young boys from New Japan. What's up? Oh man, all those great memories of you guys carrying our bags and watching us go to the finale of the G1. And oh man, it's so cool to have you guys here. I bet you just want to come backstage and pop a few beers with the boys. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, it's so great to see you. And they're like, yeah, we're gonna stop you right there. We're not young boys anymore. We're we're real wrestle boys now, like you were a few years ago. So maybe put some respect on our names, or we'll take those titles off your waist. And they were like a little upset, but also like, okay, you're willing to put up some fight. You're cool, kind of a thing. So an uneasy alliance, I would say. Uh, and then Moose literally killed Tommy Dreamer.
Like, kayfabe kill?
No, he just beat the ever loving shit
Okay.
out of him in a
It's
death
Impact.
match.
You don't know.
I know that I wanted to see what your reaction to me saying that would be. Um, but they did that whole thing where basically Moose is like, "Yo, you line jumped me for a title match, and I'm not happy about that. So you know what? You like death matches? Let's do a death match tonight in the main event, and I'm gonna kill you." And then he beat him up so bad that he might as well be dead. Uh, kind of a thing. And now we're finally going into that long awaited Moose versus Rich Swan 2 program, which I'm
Nice.
excited about.
But before we
Uh,
get any further, I think it'd be a good idea if we took a quick piss break, drink break, get everything situated because we have a lot to talk about in Dynamite.
oh yeah.
So we'll be
So
right back,
back in
folks.
5.
Back in 5. So I'm double checking the sound real quick. Okay, it's there. Can see. Let's do that so I can see both at the same time. There. Before we continue, there we go. There we go. Good. Ladies and gentlemen, guys and gals, non-binary pals, and the technicolor rainbow in between, this is Modular Media Wrestling Podcast, and my computer decided to fuck up. So for the past bit where we talked about Impact, No Surrender, the women's tag team, the women's number one contender tournament, and everything else, my mic was set to default computer settings, not my mic. So it didn't pick up any of it. And with me in this suffering is my tag team partner.
You know what? At least Maki would be proud.
Yeah. So,
Maki and Frederick Nietzsche.
Yeah. Real quick, should we just give a brief overview of our thoughts so the podcast is at least somewhat comprehensive of the week?
Sure.
I didn't watch Impact or BTE.
It is fine.
The tag, goddamn, I keep saying tag tournament. The women's tournament was great. It was banger.
It's a similar thing. It's the title eliminator tournament, and the production values were unexpectedly, well, not unexpectedly, but low. But you got used to it, and there was a lot of good shit to be seen. A lot of great performers doing a lot of great work. Fucking some unexpected favorites, some people making a big splash, and some great comebacks to be seen.
Yep. But that was the stuff we already talked about, where the mic was fucking you on to Dynamite.
Wow, you're just gonna kayfabe BTE and Young Rock, huh?
Okay, fucking. What were your opinions on BTE and Young Rock? Since apparently you want to express them and you want people to know about them.
I don't.
Go ahead. No, the camera is on you now. You can go ahead and talk. In fact, I'm turning my. I'm muting my mic. Go ahead. It's your floor now.
They were good, and I liked them.
Riveting, very valuable information. Very valuable. We needed to hear that.
I'm just upset that we lost the Allen Angels through line.
Yeah, shit happens.
Yeah.
Now I know that it's a thing week because we hadn't had to check it before.
Because you wouldn't need to check everything before you start a live show, would you?
Not when it's the same thing every single fucking week. And it works every single fucking week.
Does it, though?
Yeah.
Does it work every single fucking week?
The program works every single fucking week. All right. Are we figuring out who's going first into our list?
Yeah. 4, 3, 2, 1. So, I don't usually include the pre-show on the list because it's usually just Alex Apergentes and Dasha Gonzalez messing around with a member of the roster who's doing a undercard thing this week and running down the whole card. But there was actually something notable storyline-wise in this week's pre-show because they were with the whole Dark Order and the Dark Order layer, playing into the fact that Alex Apergentes is a tertiary member of the Dark Order right now. And they're like getting ready to go down the card, and Evil Uno's big upping the Dark Order when all of a sudden Five's like, I found it! I found the email! And they're like, what's going on? And they read off Hangman's email that he sent into the Dark Order all those months ago, the lost email that Brody Lee flipped out about, that they all went out about, that Alan has been searching through all this week, just sending in acceptance letter after acceptance letter trying to find Adam's email. he finally found it. He reads it off. I don't remember it exactly, but it was very perfect for the character at that time, I would say. Um, because this email would have been coming up just when tensions were starting to get high between him and the Bucks. Um, and the Dark Order's basically like, oh shit, we've been going about this thing all wrong. We were making Adam joining the Dark Order about us, about how it would help the Dark Order, but we needed to help him. We need to, from now on, the Dark Order is about helping others out of the darkness so they can find a place of order in their lives. And we got to go find Adam, and we got to go apologize and say we're going to do better. And they run off, and that ends the pre-show.
Fucking cementing what their new character is. Fucking great.
They're no longer a cult; they're a support network.
But speaking of Hangman Adam Page, we got the first match, which is modified from what was going to be, which was 4-man tags on each side. This week it is Adam Page and Big Money Matt versus the Hybrid 2. Hybrid 2 looks fucking great.
Yeah, it's a solid match.
Solid match. Good match. Matt being a consummate tag team professional, knowing exactly how to get a good tag team match. And Adam Page coming off of being champion. They looked great. It worked well. And then the twist happened where Matt was going like, "Hey, you signed the contract, blah blah blah, 30% money. We're gonna do so much business." And then Adam Page basically says, "Hey, you might want to read that contract over again." And he brought in his legal team, who was Jackson Duvall.
Which was funny.
And basically, Big Money Matt rereads the contract and realizes, wait a second, this is a match contract for Revolution, me and him. And if I lose, I have to give up the first quarter of my earnings to him.
Pretty big stakes.
And then Matt said, like, okay, fine, I'll take this match. I want to add my own clause. If you lose, I get your first quarter earnings.
And Hangman being the honorable face, they shake on it.
And then Matt betrayed it because Jackson Duvall wasn't the mascot. It was the member of Private Party. I can't remember who it was. Mark Quinn?
It was Isaiah Cassidy.
Isaiah
because,
Cassidy.
Mark Quinn is stuck in the snow.
Yeah. But
him and a bunch of other people.
Our thoughts to Texas.
Fuck Ted Cruz.
Yeah, fuck Ted Cruz. But our thoughts to Texas. Yeah, and it was a beatdown thing, blah blah blah, and basically Money Matt was also like, "Hey, TH2, if you beat up Hangman, I'll pay you." And they're like, "Fuck yeah, why not? We're pissed off anyway." He basically
just went, "Hey, who wants $600? Everybody who hits Hangman Adam Page in the next 30 seconds gets $600."
But then the Dark Order come out and save Hangman and give him a chance to get a second win and beat off the bad guys.
Freaking Alan Angel's squaring up with Matt Hardy.
Goddamn, taking off his shirt too. Just showing them guns. I wonder if they're going to keep the masks for several of them. Like, I can see Evil Uno keeping the mask because he's always been a masked wrestler, but like Alan Angel and Preston Vance, maybe they start taking them off.
Maybe.
As kind of like, I don't know. I'm not saying they should or shouldn't, but like, as kind of a reaffirming their individuality in the order, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, Anna Jay was supposed to be a masked wrestler when she joined the Dark Order, and literally she did it for one match, and then when she came back, Brody Lee was like, "Hey, great match. Take that fucking thing off and throw it in the trash."
And it's done well for her. She's done good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we have a match for Revolution, and it's gonna be. I have a feeling it's gonna be fun.
I'm excited. I think it'll probably be the opener on the main show. Mm-hmm. So yeah, good times. I'm looking forward to it.
A good babyface opener for Hangman Adam Page.
Mm-hmm. But then we go backstage, and Alex Marvez is with the Inner Circle. He's talking to Santana and Ortiz, and they're very excited because this is And I didn't realize this, but this was their first title shot in AEW, and they've been in the company for 18 months now. And they're very passionate about, yeah, we're finally getting after those titles, and we can't wait to actually get a shot at the gold. And immediately after they're done, MJF just goes like, yeah, yeah, great, great, great. Sammy, fuck you. You crossed the line last week. You're a little piece of shit. And then Jericho is just like, Max, shut the fuck up.
You're making
Listen,
it worse.
yeah, I know I'm not an idiot. I watch Dynamite like everybody else. So I saw what you did last week, and I'm not kicking you out of the group for it, but you're on thin ice right now, pal. And Sammy, since you went ahead and left, from now on, we are never speaking of you. We are never promoting you again because nobody turns their back on Chris Jericho. All right, you're blackballed from this group because fuck you. Very interesting.
But it really does cement that he's on his own and probably going to be more of a babyface.
He's out on his own now, and he likes the way it feels.
Did you see the speakings, the rumors of what the Impact thing was and why Impact kind of got a little side-eyed at Sammy?
No, I just saw him making a joke about it on his blog where he was playing in the snow because he has heat.
Apparently he was supposed to go wrestle at Impact at some, and the pitch he gave Impact was he wins the X Division Championship and just keeps winning.
I can see why that probably didn't sound great to them, especially when they're trying to promote a guy who just got back in the X division.
Yeah. Yeah, you can kind of understand why there was a little bit of a warning of like, oh shit, things on shaky ground. And it's like, no, it's just miscommunication on several different parties, and one guy being a little bit of like, I don't want to say too big for his britches, but like the button straining.
Yeah. I don't necessarily dislike the idea of Sammy Guevara in the X division. I think maybe him going after the title and then losing it and then coming back to AEW would be a cool storyline. But like,
That's not what
I
Sammy
don't think
pitched.
he doesn't need to win an Impact title right now.
No. But next up, we have another part of the women's title eliminator tournament. Riho versus Serena Deeb.
Oh my god, this match was everything we thought it was going to be.
It was fun. It was so many bridges.
Constant wiggling. I loved it.
Because Riho is a very small, tiny person. She has to wiggle about to get anything done. And Serena Deeb is a wiggle person because she's yoga.
Yeah. Her whole gimmick is like he would be if he had been into yoga while he was a wrestler.
Yeah. But
and freaking I love how just as much as you can in Daly's place with the roof came off the house for Riho's return. That was nice.
Yeah, it was real good. Real good, real solid.
Is this where we got the YouTube matches announced for this week announced? Because I think they basically just said like, yeah, the whole rest of America Round 1 is this next week on YouTube, which I guess will be filmed dark style, and then we're getting one Joshi match next week.
Yeah. Let's just say it's there, and if it's not, we'll figure it out later.
Yeah. And then we got a video package of Shaq training with Jade Cargill. They played basketball, and Jade Cargill wore extremely first trap outfits. And Shaq was certainly Shaq.
Oh.
I am very much in disagreement with Rich Evans at this point in time. I do not want anything to do with that juicy Shaq meat.
Ah, man. But we had a tag match with... No, it wasn't a tag match. It was a singles match. Orange Cassidy versus Dr. Luther with Chuck Taylor in Orange Cassidy's corner and Serpentico in Luther's corner. It was a match.
I would like to quote a new term for this match because it was called a squash match by several people. And I suppose technically it could be called that, but given one of the competitors involved, I think this should be called an orange squeeze match.
Yeah, it was a match.
Yeah. I think it literally just happened because Kip and Penelope were stuck in the snow, so they couldn't do the full Miro segment that they wanted to do. So just to remind you that stuff is going on with Orange and Chuck, here's a squash match with Lufer.
Yep.
And I mean, it certainly filled time. But then we got, oh my God, something happened in the Sting and Team Taz feud, everybody.
It's picked up from like last week. It picked up, and like now, I don't want to say I'm super excited for this, but like I'm not down on this match anymore.
Things are happening. Okay. I know that's an extremely low bar, but things are happening in this feud because Team Taz came out and they said, like, look, all week, like they always do, AEW has been advertising that Sting's going to call us out. He's going to have a big interview segment. Look, nobody cares. Nobody cares anymore. We're all sick of it. We're sick of your games, Sting, and your stupid promos and whatnot. So just come out here. Let's just have it over with. You know, you used your snow. You stuck two of my boys, and now we're down a couple guys, and your guy's not here because he got taken to Team Taz World or whatever he called it. So fair fight. Two of my, let's do it right now. You get out here. And Sting comes out, and he's got the bat, and he puts it down, and he takes off his jacket, and he's like, all right, square up, let's do it. And immediately, Brian Cage tosses him into the corner. Hook hits him with the bat a couple times, and then Brian Cage picks him up and power bombs the living fuck out of him.
That made Brian Cage look so fucking badass.
Yeah.
Especially with the way Sting sold it, was like, oh god, I didn't expect that.
Yeah, like he sold that as only a 60-year-old man can sell that.
I'm getting too old for this shit, but I gotta beat his ass. I love how Hook is in Team Taz's Jumbotron thing now.
Yeah, that's cute.
Nice. It's nice.
Hook's a little baby boy. He's gonna train up. He's gonna be a big boy one day.
You know what? That's the thing I kind of would love, that I kind of like about AEW, is each faction kind of has like young boys. Chris
but they're not treated. But they're not treated like young boys. They're just another member.
Yeah, they're like apprentices though, because it's kind of the vibe. Team Taz has Hook, and Inner Circle had Sammy Guevara. That was kind of the vibe that they were going.
You know who Inner Circle's young boy is now?
Alan. Oh, -1.
No, that's Dark Order.
Oh yeah, Inner Circle. Wardlow?
Yes! He's the most inexperienced member there.
Holy shit, that does make sense. But Inner Circle, you have 5. Alan Angels. He's kind of like the young, and they actually treat him like a young boy. They treat him like shit.
Yeah.
And then the Nightmare Factory has a couple different people that are kind of young boy-ish. Lee Johnson.
Yeah. Frickin', I guess Nick Camarado will be treated that way.
But, yeah. I just like it. It's a nice little flavor. It's a flavor.
Oh, you know who else is in the Nightmare family that's kind of a young boy? Frickin' Austin Gunn.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They need to do something with that.
But next up, we had a little promo from Eddie Kingston saying that he wanted this match to finally just get rid of all these demons, because all these people that he's going up against, he has faced and fought, and he just feels like there's unfinished business with all of them, and he's just like, fuck it, let's fucking take care of all of it at once. Let's just do it.
Yeah. And I really like, because like this is something that you wouldn't see in many other promotions today, and it can, and even in AEW, I feel like they're a little bit shy on the trigger with it. But with a character like Eddie Kingston, it just works to say like, "Yo, Mox, you're the thing. I can't get rid of you with drinking. I can't get rid of you with pills. I can't get rid of you with women. But I'm gonna beat you in the ring tonight." And it's
Oh
like,
God,
ooh.
Bunny when he said women, she was like, "You've had prostitutes? Okay."
And I'm like, aren't you supposed to be a prostitute? Isn't that your gimmick?
No, she's just the bunny married to the Blade
Hmm.
because they're married in real life.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Hmm. All right. Cool. Good for them.
yeah.
Uh, then we go to a segment earlier in the day where Marvez is trying to walk up at Kenny at a preschool that he's doing a guest appearance at, and they just immediately shoo him away to read to this class of little kids, and he's going to read the Young Bucks this book, and the kids are like, "Are they in love?" Just making fun of that cover a little more because like.
Because I have a feeling like the Young Bucks didn't notice it at all, and then once they released the cover, everybody made fun of it, and they were like, "Oh God, we did. Oh God, it does look like gay erotica. Let's
Guess
just."
we're leaning into this now. Uh, but then after basically saying like, "Yo," when Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho had a match at the Tokyo Dome, it changed wrestling forever. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm great, aren't I?" And then Don says they need to leave, and the kids are like, "Oh, Kenny, stay and play with us, stay and play with us." And Don's like, "No, Uncle Kenny has to go do more important things, but you
Oof.
can play with Nakazawa-san." Nakazawa's like, "Yes, I will play with you. We will have fun." And the kids are like, "You suck." And they just start beating him up and piling on him. And Kenny's like, "Should we help him?" And Don's like, "No, we're leaving." It's
I
great.
like that little thread line of Kenny kind of being like genuinely the old Kenny's still there, goofball Kenny's still there. It's just he's trying to hide it and bury it deep down within himself so he can be the champion that he feels like he needs to be.
"No, Mom, I'm a big serious adult now. I have a cool belt and everything."
No, Mom, I don't miss my boyfriend in Japan.
That's what it is. He went through a bad breakup, and now he's just blasting My Chemical Romance in his car all day.
Oh God! Now that New Japan's back, though, Golden Lovers.
I keep saying, dude, I am dead fucking serious. There's got to be a Dynamite sometime soon when Kota Ibushi just shows up after the main event, and they go and they fade out on just Kenny staring at him like it's a fucking ghost.
Please, I just wanna win. I wanna be the best. And Kota Ibushi goes like, "You're always the best in my heart."
Mhm. Fuck you! You didn't come with me. Give me your belt.
God damn, that's gonna be heartbreaking.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be on American television. We might actually get a gay kiss out of them. And just like the peck that they do in their entrance.
Don't get my hopes up.
I'm not saying they will, but like because they try to play it more ambiguous.
Mm-hmm.
But next up we do have a tag team match for the championship, Santana Ortiz versus the Bucks.
With Papa and Mama Buck at ringside. I was
That was
not
adorable.
expecting that at all, and it was wonderfully wholesome.
But Nick wins. The Bucks win with a roll up. Nice way to protect Santana and Ortiz because hey, they were surprised. It was like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm. Like
Um,
they were like, "Oh, rest spot." Ortiz, start screaming about how we're the best.
yeah. Like that's how it felt. It was kind of like a okay, everybody. Oh shit, no, it's good booking, good booking.
Yeah.
Inner Circle come out, start beating everybody up. And then you go backstage and you see Kenny and the Good Bros staring at the screen, going like, "We should do something. We should do something." And Don Callis
And
is going
Don
like,
Callis is there
"Hey,
going
this
like,
is
"Should we do? Should we do something
I mean,
though?
look at them. They probably they
Brandon
have
Cutler's
it.
out there though. Look at Brandon Cutler's dead.
Brandon, and then Kenny, and then the Good Brothers go like, we're just gonna go help him. We're just gonna go do that real quick.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Which I do that watching the match thing. They just parody WWE as hard as they can. Like the freaking Good Brothers leaning over like they're looking in a doorway.
God damn it! And like the Good Brothers probably said that, and it's always a cheeky sense of humor that do it, or the
Mhm.
Bucks. The Bucks do it sometimes because they just
Yeah.
don't like WWE.
I don't think it's that they don't like WWE. I think it's that they're just like, no, any target is a target. So we're gonna take the shot.
Yeah, but Good Bros do run off the inner circle, and Papa Buck does shove Chris Jericho, which is good. Good wrestling.
Yeah. Uh you know what would be amazing? Like fucking Revolution pre-show match. Papa Buck versus Chris Jericho.
I just realized Papa Bucks looks like one of the rock stars, the rockers. No, Rock and Roll Connection.
Rock and roll Mhm. Mhm. Uh then we got the gender reveal of Little Nightmare. Brandy and Cody came out, and the pyro was gender colored. It was pink. It's a girl. Everybody's all excited. Yay, white shit.
I mean, the baby's not gonna be white shit completely. It's gonna be mixed.
I was just like, Cody, I love you, but damn.
It's fine. We had a
Like,
wedding recently. It's not the end of the world.
I mean, fucking gender reveals are not the worst thing in the world, but they're certainly one of the more cringy things in the world right now, I would say.
But it's also giving an
Um,
update on Brandy and the pregnancy, and there's people that are gonna be.
yeah. Reminding you these people still exist without having a match or a promo.
Yeah, and plus it was also into Cody going into commentary
Yeah.
because the next match is FTR versus the Seidel Bros, and Cody's on commentary. Basically,
I have a question about this match.
what?
Why the fuck was this on after the title match? I don't mind if you put a non-title singles match after the tag title match, but like if you're going to have a tag match and a tag title match, the tag title match should come after because
Because the
it
segment
should
before
be
the
the
main
more high
event,
profile tag.
because the segment before the main event tends to get lower numbers. That's why the women's were in there so many times because TNT basically was like, women don't do that many numbers. Put it there so we don't have to worry about it. Like not Chris Jericho, Kenny Omega tweeted that. It's like, no, TNT is kind of encouraging that behavior. We like, and we got to make them happy, or else or else we won't have TV.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So it's not an excuse of how they've done the women's division, but it is an explanation for some of the.
Yeah, I saw
things.
that tweet. He was basically going like, "Yo, tune into these matches, watch the YouTube, show TNT that you want this, like you showed WWE that you wanted Divas to be given a chance way back when."
I mean, the Serena Deeb Riho match was one of the highest rated bits of the show.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of the most viewed, and that's good. So I can understand putting this match, which doesn't have a lot of build up, and it's meant more for kind of elongating and extending an already existing feud and giving it a new wrinkle in this spot, especially with Tully Blanchard off in Snowland.
Yeah.
It makes logical sense. It does not make it. I agree with you. Like I didn't thinking about it.
See,
Yeah,
that struck me immediately because I forgot about the match for like 3 or 4 segments until the entrances started, and I was like, "Wait, why is this match happening now?"
it was also weird why Cody is commentating on this match.
Yeah.
I mean, he was
Like it would
fine. He
make
did a good
more
job.
like Cody's